Hello everyone. Are you an applicant who is making that dream calling in round 3 of applications to Indian B schools? This is targeted at you, right? Because there could be many reasons why you're applying in round 3. It could be that you have already applied in round 1, round 2, one of those rounds didn't really get through. This may be a reapplication for you. Or you discovered that you wanted to do an MBA only later in this year, you gave your GMAT now and you're applying now. Or it could be that you discovered long ago, but you were procrastinating this GMAT taking part or your application part till this time, and now you're applying in round 3. So whatever be the reason, there's only one thing I want you to remember. This is a make or break kind of a situation, because this one round, you don't have another chance in this year itself. Of course, there is chance next year. I'm not saying you have to do this year itself, but if you make it this year, it is going to save 1 year time for you if you make it in round 3. So round 3 is very crucial, that you don't have another chance in this year itself. So, put all eggs, you're putting all eggs in this one basket. I would ask you to, give your best for if you're applying in round 3. And the concern that I see in many people applying in round 3 is that, oh my God, I have heard that there are not many seats left in any of these schools in round 3. I think, it will be only very less left over. Will I be able to make it? Kind of a concern. See, the point why B schools have multiple rounds, generally IIM A, B or C only had 2 rounds. C even had only 1 round in my batch, which is a year before last. But why they have is for administrative convenience. That is part number 1. This year they have made round 3 also, majorly because there was a very uncertain situation in terms of GMAT and other things, given COVID and other uncertainties in the market. So they are giving an additional extended timeline for people to apply. That is the only thing. So don't consider it as a round where they either fill the leftover seats or it is easy to get in or most difficult to get in. Nothing like that, right? They have a very clear strategy in mind, and they have divided the seats between or among 1, 2, 3 rounds. If you are doubtful, you can even check the wait lists of A and B. You would see so many qualified people in the wait list, waiting to see how things are going to move. So it is not that there are going to be leftover seats. So even if I'm qualified, not qualified, I'll get through. It is not like that also. There are only very less number of seats. I'm not going to get through. It's not that kind of a worry also. So you can be very clear. It is as, as difficult or as easy as any of the other rounds. Just don't worry about all of these things. What is under your control is to focus on your application, give your best in the interview, and I don't see a reason why you won't make it through round 3. Another thing that I would want you to remember is, generally for people applying in round 1, it is only their alums who would be able to help them, right? Because only alums have gone through the same journey and they'll be able to help them. But by the time you're reaching to them through LinkedIn or any other, means, they would all be, extremely busy. If they're current batch, they'll be busy with their placements, with their campus life and all that. Or if they are previous batches, they would have gotten to work. Work is very, hectic and all that. They wouldn't have the time to help others. But for round 3, there is an advantage that people like you, just like you, who applied 3 months ago, 6 months ago, have already gotten into the program, and they have already started calling themselves as PGPX admits or EPGP admits. They have actually undergone the same journey just like you. Whatever you're going through, they have gone through very recently, right? So it is easy for you to reach out to some of them, get their help. That becomes very easy to get some mentoring or help from people who have gone through the same journey. So whatever your means are, focus on taking that GMAT if you have not taken so far, because if you are a procrastinator and that is what has ended you up in round 3, there is no further scope for procrastination. I want you to remember this, right? So don't keep it till the last minute. Take the GMAT, start the application part, don't keep it till the end. The reason I'm saying this is also because there is holiday season coming up, which is Christmas, New Year, and all that. Many of offices and people in who are ready to help you also might go on a holiday mood, and they'd be busy. Things like that might happen. You also can kind of get carried away in all of those things, right? So with all this in mind, I would say this is an advice I give for every round, any round. Still, I'm saying this specifically for round 3 because the holiday season is there and this is like the last round of the year. Don't procrastinate your application process. Jump into it as soon as possible, and I think write the GMAT right away. All the very best in your journey. Keep watching the videos, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and share it with other people as well.